previous administrations ang may sala. They inherited the same kind of past just like you are. Pero hindi mo siya, you cannot do something great about it. Bumulusok. Bakla, ngayon lang ako nakakita ng balita na the Philippine Stock Exchange is the worst performer in the world. I am already 42 years old. Nowhere. Yang kung hihintayin nyo yung India, ay baka next incarnation pwede. Pero it's not possible in your lifetime, no? So you don't actually have a good substitute to China. Kaya wala na. Kaya kita mo, bakit ka, diba? Bakit ka utang na parang para sa mga utang na to? Wala namang nararamdaman. Hindi naman siya na wala namang saan ba siya ginagamit? Bakit ka utang na utang? Kasi baka wala na pumapasok ng pera.
Kayang-kaya nating lumaban na tayo lang for about 20 to 30 days. Considering the threats that we're facing. Siyempre,
so world class daw, pero aminado siya na may kakulangan sa...
Hindi. Unang-una, anong pinaghahandaan mong gera? Ang problema ba ng Pilipinas? Yan ba ang problema ng Pilipinas na may gigera sa Pilipinas? It's bakla. Wala pang gera na nawawasak na ang bansa.
Is justice denied?
Tay, kami naman.
A worldwide call to free PRRD seeks to amplify the collective voice of the Filipino people and the international community, those who believe in due process, compassion, and the rule of law. This is not a digital petition, but a physical, global movement. An act of solidarity to be witnessed live on November 23rd, 2025, during the Duterte Run in Davao City. Thousands will gather in person to sign for justice. This global live stream event will show the world the strength of the Filipino people's unity and compassion, transcending political lines. It aims to draw international attention to the urgent need for fair and immediate legal proceedings, advocate humanitarian consideration for former President Rodrigo Duterte's declining health while in detention at the International Criminal Court, reaffirm democratic values, reminding authorities that justice must be swift, transparent, and humane, mobilize Filipinos worldwide to stand for fairness, compassion, and respect for human rights. This is not just a campaign for one man. It is a movement for every Filipino's right to fair treatment under the law. By coming together and signing, participants declare, "We do not seek privilege, we seek fairness. We stand for justice, and justice delayed is justice denied."
Tay, kami naman.
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 Ganda.
Yes.
Ay, kailan yan? Para dapat, tayo, sabay-sabay tayo mag-share niyan. Pag nilaunch yan.
Oo. Ano ang tawag dito? Yung Duterte Run, yung signature campaign doon, i-cover ko yon. So kung 12 hours yan, 12 hours tayong live stream para dyan. So ngayon, you know, what we really want to do is to overwhelm social media and by covering this specific movement na may mga tao talaga who would come together and would really want PRRD to be brought home. So, may nagtatanong kasi ano yung legal basis nito and whatsoever, ganyan-ganyan. I already coordinated with the lawyers. like I said earlier, merong 4 na petition before the Supreme Court. The first one is the one that seeks that seeks action from the Supreme Court to order the Philippine government not to cooperate with the ICC. Yun yung final nung uh, noong March 11. And then the following day, merong mga habeas corpus na final sa Supreme Court. Yun yung final na ang petitioner si Pulong, si Kong Pulong, si Kitty, at saka si Mayor Baste. Yung mga habeas corpus, basically, kasi ang habeas corpus case naman kasi talagang nag-a-ask ito na i-present yung katawan ng isang taong hinahanap na wala namang klarong charges. Okay? So ngayon, since ang Philippine government ang nagpadala kay PRRD sa The Hague, then it is up to the Philippine government to move its ass and bring PRRD back home. Hanggang ngayon, si PRRD, nandun siya sa detention facility sa ICC. Wala pa rin siyang, hindi pa rin siya formally charged. My God, kung nandito tayo sa Philippines, hindi ka makukulong at hindi ka nga ba, sa Pilipinas nga illegal detention na yan eh. Wala kang charge? 3 days, wala kang charge?
Ano na siya, hindi na siya, what's this? Can you hear me, mga bakla?
Yes, narinig ka namin.
Sinabi ko lang bakla, sumagot naman si Mami Laika.
Present daw.
That's why this is no longer natural. Can you imagine? Hinuyo yung tao, wala ka palang ebidensya.
Correct.
Ano siya, girl? Thank you kay Joey, no, na in-echo niya uli yung, kasi paulit-ulit ko sinasabi yan before na kaya nakakulong si PRRD sa ICC kasi binoto siya ng bawat taong bayan to do exactly why he is now being detained in the ICC.
Mm-hmm.
So, hindi na siya, kaya tama yan, we have to do our part, okay, in order to bring back PRRD to the Philippines. Kasi yan lang naman gusto ng ating beloved old man, no? Just to be back at the Philippines. He doesn't care kung ikulong siya sa Pilipinas or whatever, but you need to bring him home. And second, I really think kaya nagkakaleche-leche ngayon yung Marcos administration because of this. Diba, bagsak ang tourism. Like, my God, it's collapsing before our eyes. Kakaiba. What do you think, Mami Laika, diba?
Kakaiba ngayon sa kahit anong aspeto, Sas. Yan, isa pa yan, tourism.
Congratulate mo pala si Mami Laika kasi 1M na daw yung paper loss niya sa PSE.
Wish mo ka talaga.
1M? Tapos hindi mo ko binibigyan ng abuloy? May 1M ka pala.
Loss nga eh.
Bigyan niyo ako ng abuloy. Kakaaraw ng patay, hindi niyo man lang ako naalala.
Ay, ako naalala kita.
Buti si Joey, naalala niya ako nung araw ng patay. Nagbigay siya ng abuloy. Kayo hindi kayo nagbibigay. My God, respeto naman sa patay. Magbigay na kayo ng abuloy sa patay. Anyway, so, ano talaga siya? So, stuck. Can you imagine the Philippines is not there's no war on drugs. that the Philippines is being criticized for in international media almost every day. There's no pandemic. What else? There is absolutely nothing that could go wrong in the Philippines, given given its current condition. The only thing that's wrong right now is the admin itself. Alam mo yon, yung yung kasi parang nung panahon ni Gloria, no? Gloria was so good that when she left, the country can run on autopilot because of the good economic fundamentals. Hindi ba, Mami Laika?
Yep.
Bong. And then, kaya nga si Noy noon, hindi niya na kailangan masyadong tumambling-tumbling because the fundamentals are there. So, Noy would have to be a really bad president if he would if he would not ride on the wave of what Gloria started. Bakla, how can you justify the current situation? There's really nothing working against the Philippines. In the big picture, nothing. Yung sasabihin nila, kasi tsakang infrastructure, kaya walang masyadong turista. Bakla, our infrastructure has always been like this. Pero, correct. Bakit nung panahon ni Duterte, pumalo ng 9 million? Tapos ngayon, mas maganda nga ang infra ngayon sa tourism compared before. Mas maganda ngayon. Kasi yung level ng tourism yung bakla 2015 levels. 2015 infra is different from the 2025 infra.
Because of the number of ports and airports na napaayos nung PRRD time, that really contributed doon. Kaya rin mataas yung, di ba, record-breaking levels rin yung tourism arrival nung panahon ni PRRD. One of the reason for that is because may mga nabuksan na port, napaganda yung mga port, it's easier to go from one island to another island, di ba?
Actually, there's really nothing that should be going wrong in terms of tourism, stocks exchange. Kasi, in fairness kay Pinoy, he didn't fuck up the economy of the Philippines. It was okay, Pataas nga yung trajectory. Alam mo yun, umaano nga yung trajectory ng Pilipinas Tapos pagdating kay Bongbong, bakla, you inherited a lot of good things from all the previous administration, and then you cannot make it work.
Paano naman inuuna pa yung politika?
Hindi yung previous administrations ang may sala. They inherited the same kind of past just like you are. Pero hindi mo siya. You cannot do something great about it. Bumulusok. Bakla, ngayon lang ako nakakita ng balita na the Philippine Stock Exchange is the worst performer in the world. I am already 42 years old. This is the first time I've ever heard. We never even heard this during the pandemic.
That is why I think Bongbong.
Inaway natin.
Alam mo kaya you cannot save the tourism industry without changing your foreign policy. As simple as that. The media has to shut up. The media single-handedly killed. And the media won't admit this, ha? Kaya nga, yung yung DDH, yung diehard Duterte haters, they have no plan to reverse this condition. Actually, their plan is to actually worsen it. Oh, ano nga gawin nila? Gusto nila sila umupo. Ano to? Magdo-double down kayo ng anti-China hate. Bakla. Mga bakla. Gusto ko lang ipaalala ha. 2025 na. Tapos na ang first quarter ng 21st century. Nasa second quarter na tayo. Bakla pag hindi mo inayos ang second quarter, aminin nyo yan. Mahirap nang humabot sa third quarter at fourth quarter.
True.
Aminin nyo yan sa school. Hindi ba? Aminin nyo yan sa school. Pag bumagsak ka ng first quarter, di mo na ayos ang second quarter. Buklo. Tatanda na tayo. Maring Laika, Maring Joey. Hindi pa rin nakakabangon ng tourism industry. Hindi ka na makakabangon. Alam mo, hinihintay nila na ang India ay maging ka-level ng China in terms of tourism expenditure. It will not happen in the 21st century, mga inday-inday.
Oo. Sino naghihintay niyan, Sas?
Hinihintay, dasal-dasal lang, ganyan. It will never happen. It will never happen in your lifetime because
sa ibang mindset ng mga Indiano.
Kasi maliit. Kasi nakita nyo ba ang savings ng India compared to China? I-fact check mo ako kung magkano private savings India. Ano lang siya, girl? 18.1% of GDP. Maliit yan for 1.7 billion.
Billion population.
Oo. Kasi ang China nasa 43.24%. So it's twice. Ano pa lang to? Ngayon pa lang to, ha? Hindi pa umaariba yung AI something. Kaya nga naluloka ang West kasi bakla tumataas ang private savings sa China. Ibig sabihin nag-iimpok yung mga tao. So ibig sabihin the Chinese population has the most disposable income for decades to come. At yung mga Chinese na yan, mas gugustuhin nilang gastusin ang pera nila sa travel. You know? Kasi yung mga magulang ng mga yan, yung mga parents ng mga yan, hindi nakapag-travel noon. Lalo na yung pag umariba na yung mga pag umangat na yung rural areas ng China, yung mga nasa rural. Kasi lalo na yan, yan talaga ang takam na mag-travel outside China, no? So, wala na. There is nowhere in the world that you can get tourists. Nowhere. Kung hihintayin nyo yung India, ay baka next incarnation pwede. Pero it's not possible in your lifetime, no? So you don't actually have a good substitute to China. Kaya wala na. Kaya kita mo, bakit ka, diba? Bakit ka utang ng utang na parang para sa mga utang na to? Wala namang nararamdaman. Hindi naman siya na wala namang saan ba siya ginagamit? Bakit ka utang na utang? Kasi baka wala na pumapasok na
Mm.
pera.
True.
That is how
tourism natin.
that is it has collapsed. Like I cannot imagine. Stocks exchange collapse. Bakla. Mga bakla kayo. Have you ever heard in your entire lifetime that the Philippine Stock Exchange has been called the worst in the world? Not in Asia, ha? Not in Southeast Asia. In the world. Bakla kung North Korea may stock exchange, siguro mas maganda pa sa stock exchange dito sa atin. Anong statement?
Yung sinabi niya na world class ang military, tas inutusan daw siya ni inutusan siya ang pangalan nito? Ni BBM na kung magkakaroon raw ng armed attack, i-hold off daw niya ng 20 to 30 days. Ito, pakita ko sa'yo, wait. Ito.
Considering the threats that we're facing, syempre i-compare natin yung capability natin with the capability of our other neighbors. No? Hindi specific na isang neighbor lang, but our other neighbors. So, marami pa tayong kailangan gawin. Marami pa tayong kailangan ayusin. No? But as of now, personally, I can say that we are already a world-class army. World-class armed forces. So, kayang-kaya natin. We have the capability, kaya natin i-depensa ng ating bansa, pero ang sinasabi ko po, kulang pa. No? Kulang pa. Because if we consider the entire archipelago, ay hindi kaya nung current na kagamitan natin na i-cover yung entire archipelago. In fact, sa ngayon, nakafocus lang tayo dito sa West Philippine Sea, sa northern part ng ating bansa, ay nakita na nga natin na kulang pa ito. Kulang pa. But we are now in the process of modernizing our armed forces. We are expecting that pag nagkagulo, no, syempre tayo muna ang makikipaggera. And then, but we are expecting also reinforcements or help from our allies. And this is under the Mutual Defense Treaty. Ang utos ng ating Pangulo, si President Ferdinand Marcos Jr., is that we should be able to fight and preserve our forces for at least 20 days hanggang 30 days. So yun yung pinaghahandaan po natin na kailangan ay kayang-kaya nating lumaban na tayo lang for about 20 to 30 days. Considering the threats that we are facing. Siyempre,
so world class daw, pero aminado siya na may kakulangan sa...
Hindi. Unang-una, anong pinaghahandaan mong gera?
Diba nga? Bobo.
Armed attack daw.
I really want to understand, anong pinaghahandaan mong gera? Like seriously.
Saan siya nagagaling ba siya po?
Pinaghahandaan ang gera ng US.
Diba? Ang problema ba ng Pilipinas? Yan ba ang problema ng Pilipinas na may gigera sa Pilipinas? It's bakla. Wala pang gera na nawawasak na ang bansa. Bagsak ang alam mo, kung ako halimbawa ako yung bansang kalaban ng Pilipinas, bakla hindi ako mag-aaksaya ng bullet in order to destroy you. I will just watch you destroy yourself. Which, actually, you are better. The Philippines is better in destroying itself than other people, than other countries. Like, dude, nobody, no country would even waste even a single single bullet in order to destroy the country, because una-una they will just say na they're already destroying themselves. So let's just be patient and see the bodies of our enemies float by. Diba? Browner is absolutely out of his mind. I don't even know if he understands what he's talking about. Dapat kayanin natin lumaban ng 20 to 30 days. Bakla, do you really think that the battle would be like rat in the on the bakla, the future of war is automated. Bakla, wala kang makikitang flesh and blood na kakalabanin mo kung magkagera man. No, you will never see it. It will take kaya yung 20 to 30 days mo. Bakla, how will you fight a fully automated warfare? Una-una wala kang satellite. In order, wala kang space asset.
Iba-iba yung grabe yung
ikalawa, the country is already collapsing inside. Baka magkauna pang magkaroon ng civil war kaysa dyan sa inaano mong gera-gera, dahil the condition of the country is really a ticking time bomb. So you are preparing for the wrong kind of tragedy. That's why response to natural disasters in the Philippines is so bad. Dapat nga military ang nangunguna dyan eh. They should be handling it because that is the number one threat to the survival of the country. Natural disasters. But they don't care. They are preparing for the wrong kind of disaster which will never happen. And then they are looking away from a disaster that is happening every year and intensifying every year, and they don't fucking care about that. How stupid can you get? This is, di ba yung aabot ng China, ganyan ang ating missile. Can you survive the retaliation? Kailangan umabot ng 20 to 30, bakla.
1 day lang yun. 2 days.
Diba si Victor Go nga, di ba sabi niya, China will never attack, but if you are going to shot the first missile, we will make sure that you will not have the chance to do the second shot. Ganon. Sabi niya. Actually, balikan ko lang yung kay Browner, no? Grabe yung audacity niya to think na merong gagastos sa atin para atakihin tayo. No, na bakit niya kaya naiisip na merong bansa na interesado na gerahin tayo at atakihin tayo? When in fact, yun nga na parang we are actually very good in messing things up. Hindi natin kailangan na merong gagastos para sirain ang Pilipinas, when in fact, yung mga Pilipino, mahusay siya na sirain ang kanyang sariling bansa. Pagkakagastosan pa tayo, parang saan nakukuha ang audacity?
Look. Single-handedly, Filipinos destroyed its own agricultural sector. Single-handedly, without any war. Second, Single-handedly, an administration destroyed its tourism sector. Single-handedly, an administration destroyed its stocks exchange. Do you really want a war? Bakla, sabi, kailangan 20 to 30 days, kailangan makalaban natin. Bakla, once na magkaroon ng gera boom-boom dyan, 1 week, walang makakain ng mga Pilipino. Magkakaroon ng inflation ng bonggang-bongga because it's going to be very expensive in order for provisions like oil, rice, which we largely import, gas, and oil and gas. 1 week, hyperinflation yan. So, hindi ka naabot ng 20 days dahil yung mga tao, baka batuhin ka na ng kamatis dahil sa mga pinaggagawa mo, itigilan nyo yung gera. Ang mahal-mahal ng bigas.
Pero,
aabot siguro yung bigas, siguro 100 pesos per kilo. May gera? Sinong importer ang dadaan ng South China Sea? Ay, ang bigas, ito'y hinahatid ito ng ship. So it's very hazardous. Girl, tensions in sea actually puts a premium on a delivery, hazard pay. Di ba parang hazard pay?
Yung increased risk kasi yun no? Na...
Yes. Bakla wala kang agriculture. You don't have food security. 20 days. Gigera ka ng 20 days, wala kang food security. Bakla magugutom ka dyan. Ano kakain mo? Bakla yung mga sundalo mo, wala na makakain yan. Wala ka pang gas. Ano yung kukunin? May gera, 20 days. Ano yung kukunin? Kukunin mo lahat ng kukunin mo lahat ng gasolina na gagamitin ng private in order for you to use it for 20 days, 30 days. Di bakla, your country would collapse. Bakla, everything that is all of your essentials are being imported. The Philippines is an archipelago. It's not connected to any landmass. So everything is delivered by sea. So whatever happens in the sea affects the Philippines, affects everyone in the Philippines, every person. Magugutom ka talaga dyan.
Alam mo, tingin ko pa nagkagera yung ganyan.
Ganun
20 days.
Kailangan umabot tayo ng 20 to 30 days.
20 to 30 days. Utos raw ni Bongbong yun.
Tingin ko abot sila ng 20 days. Kasi pag
ang inaano niya, kailangan makapag-fight tayo ng 20 to 30 days bago tayo makakuha ng reinforcement.
From allies.
Ano yung 20 to 30 days mo? Who are you fighting na makakalas ka ng 20 to 30 days? Bakla, yung CPP-NPA nga. Bakla.
52 years yun ang nilalabanan.
50 years yun ang nilalabanan.
Diba? Hanggang hindi kayo manalo-nalo. Grabe, no? Ang nakakasuka yung ang sabi ng Pangulo, ang utos ng Pangulo ay dapat i-hold off ang armed attack